The middle class makes up a significant portion of the population. Estimates suggest it's around 50% in the US and even higher at 80% in Denmark. But how did this substantial class live during the Renaissance, a period so different from our own? That's the question we'll explore in this video.
The middle class was a diverse group that thrived during the Renaissance. This class encompassed a wide range of occupations, for example, being merchants or traders.
These individuals formed the backbone of the Renaissance economy. They engaged in long-distance trade, transporting exotic goods like spices, textiles, and luxury items across vast distances. This not only enriched them, but also fueled the growth of major cities and influential families like the Medici in Florence, who rose to prominence through their banking and trade activities. If you want to know more about the life of these merchants, then check out our video about life on the Silk Road. Skilled workers comprised another significant segment of the middle class. Goldsmiths, weavers, and printers, among many others, played a crucial role in the production of high-quality goods. They were not only responsible for creating everyday necessities, but also contributed to the development of new technologies, with the printing press being a prime example of their innovation.
Though significantly smaller in number than the other social groups, doctors, lawyers, and government officials held a position of significant influence within the middle class. Their expertise was highly sought after, and their roles in society grew increasingly important during the Renaissance. These individuals provided essential services, advised on legal matters, and even contributed to shaping governance within cities and regions. This growing influence, coupled with their relative wealth, allowed the middle class to carve out a distinct and comfortable life for themselves. While they did not boast the extravagant palaces of the upper class, they enjoyed a significantly higher standard of living compared to the peasantry. Unlike the cramped and often single-room dwellings of peasants, the middle class resided in comfortable homes situated within the bustling towns and cities. These residences, often boasting multiple rooms, provided a sense of space and privacy unseen in the lower classes. Additionally, many homes housed workshops, allowing skilled artisans and craftsmen to seamlessly blend their living and working spaces. The middle class also enjoyed a significant improvement in the quality of their food and clothing. Unlike the often meager meals of peasants, their diet likely included a greater variety of fresh produce, meat, and even imported goods. Similarly, their clothing likely transitioned from rough, practical garments to more durable and aesthetically pleasing attire made from better quality materials. This improved quality of life extended beyond just food and clothing. Recognizing the importance of education in securing a prosperous future, the middle class invested heavily in their children's education. Literacy and numeracy were highly valued, not only for personal development, but also for success in business ventures. This emphasis on education set the stage for a more knowledgeable and skilled workforce, further contributing to the economic and social dynamism of the Renaissance era.
Though not indulging in the extravagance of the nobility, the middle class of the Renaissance era carved out a life of relative comfort and opportunity. Their improved living conditions, better quality of life, and commitment to education laid the groundwork for their continued ascent in society, and their lasting impact went beyond mere financial support. While the Medici and other prominent families of the Renaissance era may be the most readily associated with artistic patronage, the middle class played a vital, often understated role in shaping the cultural landscape of the period. Their contributions extended beyond mere financial support, leaving an enduring mark on the artistic and intellectual currents of the time. Unlike the extravagant commissions of the nobility, the middle class engaged with the arts in a more personal and practical way. They commissioned portraits to adorn their homes, religious works for private chapels, and decorative pieces to showcase their taste and prosperity. These smaller-scale commissions, though less flamboyant, reflected the growing demand for art within the expanding middle class, fostering a wider appreciation for artistic expression. The middle class also played a crucial role in civic architecture. They funded the construction of town halls, guild halls, and public buildings, often leaving their mark through distinctive architectural styles and decorative choices. These structures not only served practical purposes, but also embodied the civic pride and cultural aspirations of the expanding middle class. Perhaps the most significant cultural contribution of the middle class was their embrace of humanism. Unlike the nobility, whose focus often remained on religious doctrines and aristocratic traditions, the middle class embraced the humanist movement with great enthusiasm. They funded scholars and educators, establishing schools and universities that fostered the study of classical literature, philosophy, and history. This intellectual awakening, fueled by the middle class, laid the foundation for a new understanding of the individual and the world, shaping the course of Western thought for centuries to come. While their growing influence fueled economic and cultural advancements, they also faced significant hurdles on their path to prosperity and recognition. One of the major challenges they encountered was the entrenched power of the elite. The nobility held significant political sway and controlled vast tracts of land, leaving the middle class with limited political influence outside of urban centers. This lack of political voice made it difficult for them to advocate for their interests and shape policy decisions. Furthermore, guilds and regulations sometimes acted as roadblocks to economic advancement. These established organizations often limited competition and restricted entry into certain professions, hindering the middle class's ability to innovate and expand their businesses. These regulations could stifle upward mobility and limit their economic potential. In conclusion, the Renaissance middle class, while lacking the nobility's extravagance, lived comfortably and significantly impacted the era. Their economic power fueled growth, their cultural engagement fostered artistic appreciation, and their embrace of humanism ignited intellectual curiosity. Though facing challenges, they left an enduring mark as a driving force of the Renaissance. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more.